Every single financial decision you've made, every time you didn't invest, every impulse buy, every month you said, I'll start saving next month. That wasn't you. That was a 7-year-old kid who watched how adults around them treated money. And that kid, still making your decisions today. Sit with that for a second. Because here's what nobody in the personal finance world wants to admit. Your bank account is not a math problem. It's a psychology problem. And until you fix what's happening inside your head, no budget, no side hustle, no investment app is going to move the needle. In this video, I'm breaking down the exact mental architecture behind wealth, the beliefs, the systems, and the neurological patterns that separate people who build real financial freedom from those who stay stuck no matter how hard they work. And we're starting with the one thing your parents accidentally taught you that's costing you thousands every single year. Before you were 10 years old, your brain was being programmed, not by choice, by repetition. Every time an adult in your life said, we can't afford that, every time you watched someone stress about bills, every time money was treated like a source of tension or shame, your brain cataloged it, filed it away as, this is how money works. That's called a scarcity mindset. And neuroscience has confirmed what therapists have known for decades. Scarcity thinking doesn't just affect your mood. It literally reduces cognitive bandwidth. When your brain is in a scarcity loop, you make worse financial decisions. Not because you're dumb, because your nervous system is in threat mode. You can't budget your way out of a scarcity mindset. You have to rewire it. And the first step is learning to see it. But the scarcity mindset is just layer one. Underneath it, there's something even more dangerous. And it's directly tied to why your self-worth might be sabotaging your net worth right now. A lot of people, especially high achievers, have unconsciously fused their self-worth with their net worth. When the market drops, they feel like failures. When they get a raise, they feel worthy. The problem is, when those two things are wired together, your financial decisions stop being strategic and start being emotional. You overspend to feel successful. You avoid checking your account because the number feels like a verdict on you as a person. And social media has completely destroyed the average person's ability to gauge where they actually stand financially. What looks like abundance is often debt, performance, and image management. The comparison that actually matters, you versus you 12 months ago. That's it. That's the only scoreboard that gives you real data. Once you detach your identity from your balance sheet, you stop making money decisions from a place of ego or shame. You start making them from strategy. And strategy, not emotion, is what builds wealth. Now we're getting to the systems, because understanding your psychology is step one. But the actual mechanism of wealth is built on something most people never set up. Wealth isn't built by willpower. It's built by systems that run whether you feel motivated or not. Here's the brutal truth. The reason most people don't build wealth isn't income. It's that they leave every financial decision up to their emotional state in the moment. And emotions are unreliable. First, every dollar needs a job before it hits your account. Zero-based budgeting eliminates the single biggest wealth leak, unconscious spending. Second, automate everything, savings, investments, transfers. The moment you remove the human decision from the equation, you remove the emotional interference. This is how dollar cost averaging works. You buy consistently regardless of market timing, and over a decade, it outperforms almost every other approach for regular people. Third, stop consuming windfalls. When a bonus hits, when a tax refund lands, reinvest it, even partially. Every windfall consumed is a compounding opportunity you never get back. Fourth, invest in yourself. Your income ceiling is directly tied to your skill level. Self-education has one of the highest ROIs of any asset class, not random courses, but strategic skill acquisition that directly expands what you can earn or create. Now I want to bring this all together because knowing the psychology and knowing the systems isn't enough if your foundational belief about abundance is still broken. Abundance isn't a vibe. It's a trained strategic response. There's a massive misunderstanding around abundance mindset. People think it means being blindly optimistic. That's not it. Real abundance thinking is the ability to look at a financial problem, a tough month, a missed opportunity, a setback, and respond strategically instead of emotionally. Fear response, panic, freeze, make rash decisions. Strategic response, assess, adjust, act with intention. You train yourself into strategic response the same way you train anything, by catching the fear loop early, naming it, and deliberately choosing a different action. Over time, that becomes your default. And when that reprogramming stacks on top of the systems, the automation, the dollar cost averaging, the every dollar has a job structure, that's when wealth stops being a goal and starts being an outcome, a predictable, compounding, inevitable outcome. Here's what I want you to take away. Your wealth ceiling is not set by the market. It's not set by your income. It was set by beliefs. Beliefs that were handed to you before you had any say, and beliefs can be changed. The work starts in your head. The results show up in your account. If this hit different, hit that like button right now and drop a comment. What's one money belief from your childhood that you're still unlearning? I read every single one. Let's build this conversation.